Okay, so we are watching this frame at 400x. I will be zooming further, 500, 600, and this is around 700 times magnified. And we see this black thread-like structure. It basically is a moving creature. It's a worm or a nematode, or I don't know what it is. And it is in a straight line, almost like a highway, and is going to an extended length. And this is one of the largest of such thread-like structures that I've seen. It could be a worm, it could be I don't know what it could be. I'm totally confused about its identification. Now it starts moving. It has started moving again, and you can make it out. It's like, it's not oscillatoria because they don't have this kind of a streaming within their body. This is around 700-800x, and still it's very difficult to frame it. Okay, so this is one of those general samples. Now probably you'll be able to make a more appreciable arrangement. Probably you can make out that streaming movement within the body, a kind of a streaming of either food particles or body organelles, or maybe the eggs. It's happening within the organism, and it's constantly moving. It's on a constant movement. It's not still. Just to bring it back in perspective, let me get to the head portion, the tip, the anterior head, so that you can appreciate the movement. Okay, from here, I presume, since they generally follow a straight line, it will be going diagonally up towards 1 o'clock direction, and we can make out the kind of body streams that they have. And this is much, much thin than any very... Okay, see that? I've seen quite a few of them now, and they were found in a water sample that was collected from a cow's shed. This is the diffracted light so as to show the streaming of those internal features, whatever they are. Could be food, could be air bubbles, could be eggs, could be cell organelles, or could be just refracted light because of the body parts. But it is moving continuously. And the head doesn't seem to be much differentiated from the body width. They are almost the same. It's almost of the same thickness or width as is the rest of the body. And the reason why it is moving slow comparatively, when I've observed it move, it moves very fast. You can make an idea how long it is. Just look at this length. Straight like a highway. So it's obvious that it is very difficult for it to move. Look at this. This is crazy stuff. There are bacteria in the background, which you can see them, and it's just around as thick as a bacteria. There are no spines or flagella apparently visible here, no spines, hooks, or any other adhering appendages or outgrowths, either at the head or the anterior tip end or at this back end. And we can just see this bacteria. So you can imagine the size of this organism. There is this bacteria around. There is a bacteria. Now I'll bring it in the center. It's right in the center. So you can make an idea that how long this is. It's almost at the structural level of a bacterium, and is much long. It's not in bands or connecteds. Um, it's not a septate structure, it's a continuous structure. This black spot, a spiral bacteria, so you can make out the dimension at it of its structural organization. I don't see much differentiation in the head region. It's moving like a rocket, and there is another one at the right side. See this? There is another one. And this is moving much swiftly than the previous one. My goodness. This is crazy thing. Probably they have stopped. Why have it stopped? Maybe they have entangled somewhere. It started moving again. This is much smaller than the previous, but it was larger. Maybe it has broken away. It's like a thread. As if it's in great agony and pain. It's writhing like that. But soon again it will be in a straight line and starts moving. Like it has done now. See this? I haven't seen such a worm before, and to give you a perspective, this is around 700 times magnified. Now it is at 400 times magnification, and I'll move to 100 times magnification. This is 100 times magnified, and we don't see any hint of that worm now. There is no hint of that worm, and now I go for lower magnification at 40x, and this is what we see. So you can make out the size of this organism. We don't get any clue about it now. If you're thinking this it is, then let me tell you it is something else. It's just a filament of something else. You see, it's not that worm. So thank you for being so patiently watchful of this, and I request you to please share with me if you have any understanding about this particular worm. I'm calling it worm because it looks like a worm. And I'll be glad if anyone of anybody can give me a clue about what exactly this organism is, so that I can probe further about its biology. So thank you so very much, and please help me in finding the identification of this particular worm that I saw. Thank you. Good day.